All right, everyone, we have meme news. Yes, indeed, specifically in Portland, although I believe it is also happening elsewhere. A lot of the No Kangs people have now decided to put on frog costumes. And they have like signs that say like frogs stronger together and stuff like that. Talk about mimetic cultural appropriation. We've done the frog thing. We were doing it a decade ago, in fact, with Pepe and all of its iterations. Fuck, some of those rare Pepes, they're worth a lot of money now, right? Pepe was great. I personally was more of a fan of Dolan Duck. If you start dressing up in Dolan Duck costumes, then I'll give you respect because it'll just be fucking hysterical. The whole frog meme thing is quite literally mimetic, like in the spiritual rather than the mundane sense. You're not going to be able to appropriate it. And having a bunch of dudes waddling around in fat frog costumes, I don't even exactly 100% understand the point. Here's the point of mimetic things. And absurdism is perfectly fine. Like, you look at Jello Biafra and talking about, oh, let's clear out all the abandoned properties and allow people to squat them. By the way, not the worst suggestion in the world at this point with the housing crisis, which should not exist, but was created by the government. So technically, he's got a little bit of a point. He's a fucking commie. Uh, when you're trying to convey meaning, even if it's absurdism, there has to be an underlying capability of actually delivering that meaning to the other person. Otherwise, it's like I'm ranting at you in Swahili and you speak French. You don't have any fucking clue what I'm saying. It could be very poignant. It could be very meaningful, but it's lost in translation. To you, I'm just saying ooga booga, basically. Or you're speaking to me in French. I'll understand une valise du fromage and a few other basic terms. Otherwise, I really don't know what the fuck you're saying to me. Again, could be a really intelligent speech you're giving, but you're speaking and I'm hearing you, but I'm really not listening because there's nothing to listen to that's of meaning to me. So when you just randomly dress up in dinosaur costumes and stuff like that, really what it comes off more as cringe. It doesn't really convey a meaning. Now, again, this is different from what we've seen from the right, generally speaking, with regards to protest tactics. On the right, let's look at the digital world first. It tends to be disorganized. There is organization there, but it's highly decentralized. The left has found it fundamentally near impossible to actually operate in that manner. In the digital sense, they've already lost, at least for the generation. The left is too hierarchical. So the leadership and the money structure behind it that is required to actually keep things together is clueless. The people that do have a clue basically are just paid shills most of the time if they've got any skill. And if not, they're badly organized because they can't take part in any form of movement that doesn't require a hierarchical structure. This is not a problem for the right wing. Looking at real life, we're now seeing about the same thing. What individual decided that trying to associate, the no kangs thing with frogs specifically was a good idea? I have a feeling somebody got the bright idea. Hey, you remember that frog meme from fucking 10 years ago? Let's use that. That's a good idea, right? Yeah, once it's become completely stale for any purpose outside of the core Pepe sort of thing, yeah, let's use that. Haha, it'll go over well, right? It's right, unicycles around and dinosaur costumes and stuff like that. So you've got the Portland Pepe now. Why do I have a feeling that this is going to go down in history as a lame meme and people are going to be ridiculing it regularly and it's going to, I mean, Portland is an embarrassment anyway, so it wouldn't really surprise me. You have a right to wear the frog costume. I just don't know why you would want to do so. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I suppose as somebody who has covered politics for a long time, like I understand political strategy and analysis and things like that. So it's impossible for me to actually comprehend what the fuck they're trying to do. What message are you sending? I guess the idea is you're all a bunch of frogs, and if you stand together, you're strong against tyranny, you'll uphold democracy or something. But I mean, it's like a typical leftist meme. You have to think about it and analyze it and get explained exactly what the meaning is. And it takes too much time. It's a too long didn't read sort of version of mimetic politics. As opposed to on the right, look at QAnon shaman or something. All right, he's got the buffalo hat on and he's got his war paint on and he just went into the Capitol building and got put in jail for absolutely no reason and stuff like that. But the meaning was fairly clear. It doesn't really require explanation. I'm pissed. I'm here. Ta-da! That's it. One sentence. With the left, you need like a whole manifesto to explain why the meme itself exists in the first place. I mean, memes of leftist memes are more memes than the leftist memes themselves at this point. And it's not really a stereotype. Stereotypes exist for a reason, because in some cases, they stand for a categorical truth, allowing your brain to compress more information more efficiently. I have seen plenty of memes. Right-wing meme. Here's a frog laughing at you. Left-wing meme. Here's a frog laughing at you, fucktard. By the way, here's why he's laughing. Because of, I don't know, pro-choice, abortion, whatever it happens to be. And so you'll have like two paragraphs next to it, and it's like, that renders it unfunny. That's the whole goddamn point. Irreducible complexity, spoken about before. Occult Memetics, available on Amazon, by the way, yours truly. But Portland Pepe, if it becomes a meme at all, it's going to become a meme about a meme. It's going to be the same goddamn exact thing. I'm almost thinking, are the people that are actually crazy enough to think that that's a good idea? I mean, for optic purposes and for political purposes, are they self-sabotaging or something like that? At this point, honestly, I don't know. The reaction by people who generally lean left towards the administration and towards its supporters has been so haphazard and so self-defeating at this point. I don't even know what they're doing half the time. Sounds like Operation Chaos, except that the chaos ain't working. That's about all. Peace out.